Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I, Miss Maryam Iqbal, welcome you all in the second class of physics. Before going to start any lesson, there are some instructions and you have to follow all these instructions first. What are the learning objectives of this class? Number 1. To describe that waves are the means of energy transfer without transfer of matter. And number 2. Derive equation V is equals to F lambda. First topic is wave motion. We know waves play an important role in our daily life because waves are the carrier of energy and information. For example, our sound, heat from the sun reaches us in the form of waves. To elaborate the topic more clearly, two activities are shown here. See the figure of activity 1. We have a tub of water, a pencil which is dipped in the water, and a cork which is placed from the pencil at some distance. By dipping the pencil in the tub, it will produce waves. Waves will travel from one position to another. When the wave reaches the cork will produce vibratory motion about its mean position. It means the cork will move up and down, remaining at its original position. It means this activity shows that waves carry energy from one place to another, but the net displacement of the cork is zero. Coming towards activity 2, this figure shows a rope and a marked point P on it. Tie one end of the rope with the support and stretch the rope by holding its other end in your hand. Now flipping the rope up and down will set up a wave which travel towards the fixed end. The point P on the rope will start vibrating up and down as the wave passes across it. So the motion of the point P will be perpendicular to the direction of the motion of the wave. By the elaboration of the two activities, we have concluded a wave is a disturbance in the medium which causes the particles of the medium to undergo vibratory motion about the mean position in equal interval of time. Moving on towards the next topic, which is types of waves. But before going to start this topic, let's have a look on this figure given in this slide. A wave. A wave has two parts. Upper part is known as crust and lower part is trough. It means wave has two parts. And the distance between two consecutive crust or trough is called wavelength. And in simple words, we say wavelength of the wave is the distance of the wave. There are two types of waves depending upon medium requirement. Mechanical waves and electromagnetic waves. Mechanical waves are those which require medium to travel. For example, water waves and sound waves. Let's take daily life example that when I give you lesson, you listen to my words because you are sitting in a class having boundary. But if there is no boundary, you cannot listen any of my words. Electromagnetic waves are those waves which do not require any medium to travel. It means if there is no medium, the waves still travel from one place to another, and examples are radio waves and X-rays. Types of mechanical waves. Mechanical waves are classified as longitudinal waves and transverse waves, depending upon the direction of the propagation of wave. Longitudinal waves are the waves which are produced by the back and forth motion of the particles of the medium along the direction of propagation of waves. And transverse waves are those waves which are produced by the perpendicular motion of the particles to the direction of propagation of wave. In simple words, I say that in longitudinal wave, when a wave is set up, particles of the medium will travel along the direction of the wave, and in transverse wave, when the wave is set up, the particles of the medium will move perpendicular, it means up and down motion to the direction of the wave. See the figure 1 showing longitudinal wave. This figure shows a spring which is attached to a support, and on the other hand we are moving the spring, we are stretching the spring. When we stretch the spring, the particles of the medium will move in the direction of wave travel. Such a wave consists of regions called compressions and rarefaction. Compressions are the points where the loops of the spring are close together, and rarefactions are the points where the loops are spaced apart. Here we will define the wavelength as the distance between two consecutive compressions or rarefaction is called wavelength. Now coming towards figure 2, which is showing transverse waves. See the figure, here a rope or a slinky is attached with a support, and on the other hand we are moving the slinky, we are giving it a jerk. By giving the jerk, the wave will produce in up and down motion, showing crest and trough. A wave in this form of alternate crest and trough will start traveling towards the fixed end. So we can see in this figure a wave is produced perpendicularly to the direction of the propagation of the wave. And recalling the definition of wavelength, here we define the distance between two crests or trough is called wavelength. Waves as a carrier of energy. Energy can be transferred from one place to another through waves, and we have seen many examples, we have studied many examples in the previous slides. Moving on in the same context, water waves also transfer energy from one place to another. See the figure given below. Here is an activity. Drop a stone into a pond of water. Water waves will be produced on the surface of water and will travel outwards. Place a cork at some distance from the falling stone. When the wave reaches the cork, it will move up and down along with the motion of water particles by getting energy from the waves. This activity shows that water waves, like other waves, transfer energy from one place to another without transferring matter. For example, water. Relation between velocity, frequency and wavelength. In earlier slides, we have studied that wave is a disturbance of a medium which travels from one place to another. This is called velocity of the wave. Velocity is equals to distance over time, where distance is the wavelength of the wave. In earlier slides, we have studied this concept. So V is equals to lambda over t, and t is known as time period, which is also reciprocal of frequency. So we come up with the relation V is equals to f lambda, and the unit of frequency it hertz, wavelength meter, and velocity meter per second. The topic is ripple tank. Ripple tank is a device which is used to produce water waves and to study their characteristics. It is basically a practical, so must visit the links given below for its performance. You have read the chapter, so complete the given task very carefully. In case of any query, you can ask any question from me anytime. That's all for today, and thank you for listening to my words.